Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first proper makeup tutorial. There are definitely some mistakes along the way. I had a little bit of a problem with the lighting, the focus of the camera, but it's all trial and error, and hopefully I'll be able to fix that for you guys next time. If you do like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So if you want to learn how to create this look, please keep watching and I hope you enjoy. Hey! So, I'm going to start off by cleansing the face. Off camera I applied these two absolutely amazing products. This is Tatcha, the water cream. This is the silk canvas, also by Tatcha. These are very, very pricey. I watch a lot of beauty bloggers and makeup artists on YouTube, and James Charles, Holly Boone, these, highly recommend these. So when my sister went to America and came back yesterday, I asked her to get me some of these while she was out there. I've just applied them off camera and they are worth the money, put it that way. These two were £100 for the two of them, but they are honestly so worth the money. You can just feel the difference when you put them on your skin. So yeah, them two, as a product review, first time ever using it, definitely worth it. Prom season's coming up, so I'm going to create kind of like a prom look. I wanted to go with that because of what's out there at the minute. I do keep looking to the left of me because that's where my laptop is, so I can see there what I'm looking like in the camera, which is really bad right now. I always start with the eyes first, depending on if I'm not wearing a lot of eyeshadow and I'm just literally going for a casual day look, I will apply my base and my foundation and everything and do the eyes last. For a look which, you know, for an occasion or if I'm going out, I always start off with my eyes first, just because then it's easy to correct any mistakes. If you're going for quite a heavy look, if you put on your foundation first and then something goes wrong, you're going to have to take off all that foundation. It's just a lot easier to correct if you just go with your eyes first, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I haven't practiced this look off camera or anything, so I'm literally just going along. I'm improvising as I go along, but as I go along I will tell you what I use. The brows, so I use NYX Professional Makeup micro brow pencil. Yeah, amazing. So I'm going to do those for you now. Next I'm going to carve out the brow. And to do that, and this also is a base for your eyeshadows, it is the best base I have ever come across in my life. Like, lots of people use concealer, which is also fine, but this base is absolutely incredible. It's the PLouise, I don't know if you can see that there, the PLouise base in shade 2. You can carve out your brow with it, but it acts as your eyeshadow base, and then it picks up all of the shadows, so it does, and you don't need to set it. So this is the perfect base for if you're doing a dramatic eye look or heavy shadows or anything like that where you want the eyeshadows to stick and not just, I mean, sometimes you can use an eyeshadow and it just doesn't stay on your eye, or the colours just don't come out as pigmented as they should. So yeah, I'm going to use concealer brush. This is just a concealer brush from Crown, and it's BSP8. Put a bit on the back of your hand, and then you're just going to literally carve out your brow. Oh my god, you can actually see how that looks like really dull and that looks really bright now. Oh, this is the whole reason why I hate myself without makeup on. Okay, now while you're waiting for that to dry down a little bit, do the other eye. Okay, so both eyebrows are done. Next, I'm going to start with the Josh Cosmetics Realness eyeshadow palette. It's really good. The shadows in this are so pigmented, and I'm going to start off by using this colour here. It's like a really chocolatey brown. I'm going to get my Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. I'm going to pick up some of that product, tap it off. I'm going to start by working the product into my crease, and I'm just going to, you always start with the darkest shade first, just because it works out better like this. When doing like a heavy eye or a heavy glam eye, it definitely works out better starting with the darkest shade first and then working up. Whereas if you're doing a more daytime look, you can start off lightest first and then go into darkest. But for, like I said, for a heavy look, it is better to start out with the darkest shade first and then blend it out. So I'm just patting the product in first to my crease. So you don't want to like drag it over, just pat it in. Don't worry about it looking really messy, because that's where all the blending comes in, and at the minute like that's completely horrible. But this is where all the, you know, all the blending comes in. Once I've pat that colour on and you're happy with the intensity of the brown that you want, I'm going to get my blank canvas E10 brush. It is, oh, it's just absolutely brilliant. I don't know why this camera is not focusing very much. If someone could help me with that, that would be fab. It is a really, 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 really good blending brush, but this is perfect for like blending out your next colour from your darkest, so like your transition colours. So what I'm going to do is just pat the colour on just to the edge. Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm going for this next colour there, next to the brown, and I'm just going to pat the colour on. So it's like a really nice sort of orangey, burnt orange colour, and just patting that. You want half on, half off the brown. So you see how I'm just creating this sort of rounded illusion. And then you can go like a little bit more, start blending it a little bit, so that the two colours are just starting to blend together nicely. Right, now I'm going to go back in to the brown and start packing on that colour again, just so that you don't lose that intensity. And blending takes the longest amount of time. It's literally, it does take so long, but just trust the process. Right, now what I'm going to do with a really fluffy brush, oh, I can't even remember what this brush is, but it's a Morphe brush. It doesn't have the number though, but it's one of my favourites. One of my favourite blending brushes. It's really, really fluffy. I'm just going to start to blend out the orange at the top. There's no product on this brush at all, but I'm just going to start blending that out at the top. And again, I'm going to go back in with the brown and then back in with the orange. It's just a case of really making sure that you blend it out. Then back in with the orange. So you don't want to see any harsh lines, that's the aim. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to come together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a half cut crease. Again, I use my PLouise base for this. So I'm going to put a bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to go into the corner. And just sort of go to halfway. And then I'm just going to tap over my finger and just blend that little bit there where the edge of the base comes to the colour, just blend it out slightly with my finger. It's the only point that I'll use my finger in the makeup. Now, as you can see, I don't know what you can see on camera, I've got a half carved out eye. So then, following on from that, I'm going to use, out of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to use the shade Primavera. I'm going to use that to layer that on top of where I've just cut my crease. At this point you can use a pigment, you can use a glitter, you can use anything, but I'm just going to use this for today. It's really pigmented, it's a really nice gold shadow. Again, I don't know how much you can see of that on camera, but there we go. So I'll try to show you that as much as I can. I'm really sorry about this, guys. It's all trial and error, I guess, all trial and error. Now what I'm going to do is go back in with that fluffy brush and back in with the chocolatey brown colour from the Josh Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to just very, 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 very lightly pat over where the brown sort of blends into the gold to make a really nice blend, just to add that depth to it. And then again with my finger, just going to go over that, pat that in, just to try and make it blend as much as possible. Again, go back in with the gold, just make sure it's nice and blended. Makeup is a lot to do with makeup. A lot of it's to do with patience. You've just got to be really, really patient. Okay, so off camera, I'm going to do the other eye. And then I will be back on camera to show you that, and then I'm going to put my base on and do the finishing touches and add the lashes and everything else. Okay, so off camera I've done both eyes, as you can see. I'm then going to start off with the under eye before I do my foundation. The reason for this is, again, just neatness. I'm going to just get my Morphe Y22 brush and I'm going to go under the eye, and I'm going to start that close to my lash line, really close to my lash line, and I'm going to start dragging that out right across. Make sure that the edge blends into the outer corner shadow so that you get a nice blend. I'm just going to go across, just slightly missing out the inner corner. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. As I was recording, I didn't realise that my battery had gone on my camera, and I carried on with my eyes, finished off all the under eye, and then I looked and realised that it actually had stopped recording. So I'm really sorry about that. I did carry on with my under eyes. Just as I showed you, I went in with the chocolatey brown with my Morphe brush. I went close to the lash line. I then went in with a smaller brush, which was my Real Techniques Precision Smudge brush, and I went in with the burnt orange colour. I went just underneath the brown. I then went in after that with my Charlotte Tilbury Rocker & Kohl Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil, and went in my waterline with that, and I then smudged it out with just a small smudger brush. Again, it's a Morphe brush, hasn't got a number on it, and then I smudged that eye pencil into the colours down below. Then I went back in with the burnt orange and just went on under my lash line with that one. Now, I am really sorry that that wasn't caught on camera, but now it is time for the skin. Now, as you can see, I haven't really got the best skin at the moment. I'm hormonal, I've got loads of hormones racing around my body, producing loads of spots. So I'm going to go straight on with the skin. Now, I use Milani, Conceal and Perfect foundation. At the moment I've got a tan, so you can see my face is completely a lot more paler than my body, because when I go on holiday I don't let my face catch the sun. Normally I use shade 3, which is light beige, but I'm having to use a mix at the moment. I'm having to mix my foundations, so I'm mixing sand beige with 00A porcelain to try and get the colour to where I need it to be. I'm going to get my expert face brush once my face is completely blotched. I'm going to get my Real Techniques expert face brush, sorry, which works really well with this, and I'm going to use that, get some of the product and blot that. I'm going to press in all over my face. Now when you're applying the foundation, make sure you're pressing it into your skin, because it absorbs a lot more and gives you that flawless face that you want. I mean, I think personally that makeup, you know, it's all to do with the skin. Make sure you blend it into your neck too. I mean, this is such good coverage foundation. It is like one of the best that I've tried, and I have tried a lot. Now I think the camera makes this still look pale, but in my light it's not pale. It's as it should be. Plus when you conceal and bronze and everything else anyway, it matches up really well. Next, after that, I'm going to conceal. I use, while I've got a tan, I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. And I'm using in this shade Kohl Medium. I'm going to conceal under my eyes. And conceal my chin. Just gives you face this nice frame if you're doing it like this. Obviously if you don't like your chin, you don't have to conceal it. I use a little sponge to push this into my skin. Just gets rid of those dark circles that little bit more. You can really use it to neaten those lines up of the eyeshadow as well, underneath your eye. If you find that you have any harsh lines where you've put your concealer in and you want it just to tone down a little bit, just use your foundation brush and just go over the edges. Yeah, just to take those harsh lines off. Oh my god, so after all this time, me saying that the light, it was too bright and everything else, so I've just had to play around with the settings off camera and discovered that I could change the balance of the whole entire thing. So I've basically recorded my whole video. I got to the end discovering what's went wrong. But like I said, it is my first time. I've never really done anything like this before. So few teething problems, and at least I'll know for next time. But anyway, back to the video. The next thing I'm going to use is, you need to set your concealer. So once you've done that, you need to set it with either a translucent powder or a banana powder or something like that. I use the Rimmel London Insta Fixer Matte translucent powder. It is brilliant for setting the concealer. You don't move, it's very mattifying, and so it keeps everything in place. So I'm just going to use that. Just going to tap it on with my Peaches and Cream PC27 brush, just to set that under eye concealer. After that, I'm going to go with BH Cosmetics Brilliant Bronzer in Golden Gal. I'm going to get my Iconic London brush. It came in a set when I bought the Iconic drops, illuminating drops. It came in a set with that, and I really like it for applying my bronzer. I'm just going to contour with this, which is just from like the top, where the top of the ear is. Draw a line down, start from there, and then you want to go down like so. I'm just going to get my contour brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to dab it in the bronzer, and then I'm going to just make circular motions right up just to finish that look off, like so. You can do along your jawline, just very lightly along your jawline. I can't believe I've done that. I cannot believe I've done the whole video and not balanced out that white. What a muppet. Okay, so I applied my mascara earlier, which was the Worth the Hype NYX mascara, which is really, really good. I have very straight eyelashes, so. Okay, so following on from that, I'm going to then go into highlight. Right, these are the best find that I've had in a long time. They are the Iconic London Illuminator drops, liquid drops they are, in shade Original. Oh my god, they are the best glow. Oh, they're just unreal. Like, I took these on holiday, and you can use it like on your normal skin, or obviously on top of your makeup, but I just absolutely love them. You just literally put a couple of drops onto your face, then you can either dab them in using your finger, and then what I like to do is get my little highlighting brush, and I don't know if you can see that there, and then just literally brush them on. Then you do the same on the other side. Finger first, and then get my brush, if you see that there, and I'm just gonna buff that in to the skin. And the highlight that you get, oh my god, it's just unbelievable. I absolutely love them. And then if you want like a really, really big glow, which is, everybody loves a bit of a glow when they go out, I then go over it with my Soft and Gentle MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and just pop a little bit on my brush and just go over it. So as you can see there, it's just such a nice glow. I then put just a little drop on the end of my nose, buff that out. Then it's to lips and lashes. Lashes that I'm going to use are Tatty Lashes TL3. I love Tatty Lashes, they are some of the best lashes I've ever used, to be honest. And the glue that they come with are really good. I'm going to do these off camera, and then I'll show you what they look like after I've put them on. Okay, so lashes are on. These are Tatty Lashes in style TL3. Finishing off with the lips, I'm going to use my NYX Slide On Glide On lip liner, shade Need Me. I'm just going to do that. And then lipstick, I'm going to use MAC Velvet Teddy, which is one of my all-time favourite nudes. Top that off with Peaches and Cream lip gloss in Bambi. I feel like I need a little bit of a blush. I wasn't going to use one of it originally, and I've got to be careful now because I put the liquid on, but I'm just going to do like the apples of my cheeks here. This is the finished look. Voila.